The hits from coast to coast.
Across the nation and around the world, you can hear American Top 20 every week on great radio stations like FM 100, today's best mix, WMC-FM, Memphis, Tennessee, 96.5 TIC-FM, today's best variety, WTIC, Hartford, Connecticut, and all the hits all the time, the Q 97.7 WSTQ, Streeter, Ottawa, Peru, LaSalle, Illinois. Well, now we're up to an American Top 20 Extra by Coldplay, a band formed by 4 students who didn't have any place to rehearse, so they did their playing for the squirrels.
Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful.
The roots of Coldplay go back to University College in London, England. That's where they met and started jamming together. They knew instantly they had chemistry. What they didn't have was money. Lead singer Chris Martin says, quote, "We didn't have enough money to buy instruments. Most of what we played we borrowed or we salvaged from the trash. But they did have the passion they needed to make music. And so every time they heard about an abandoned building, they'd sneak in there to practice their playing." Chris says the police would come and ask them what we were doing. And we'd say, "Isn't it obvious?" And they'd laugh and then tell us to get out. If they couldn't find a building and the weather was good, they'd find a secluded spot in one of the local parks. And they'd practice there, putting on shows for the squirrels, the birds, and any pedestrians who happened to wander by. They practiced enough to become a band with a following, and a band with hits. With an American Top 20 Extra, here's Coldplay with a smash from 2001, Yellow.
KC's Coast to Coast.
These are the week's top hits by the world's top stars. At number 4 for a second week, here's Coldplay, a band whose lead singer, Chris Martin, says the first album he bought was either Thriller by Michael Jackson or Bad by Michael Jackson. He's not sure, but he knows he had both of them. Here's Speed of Sound.
KC counts them down.
And that means we're up to the new number 1 song in the USA. It's by a band whose music recently topped a survey that ranked their music number 1 for making people sleepy. The survey was conducted by the Travelage motel chain of Great Britain. They asked their business travelers what music they use to help them unwind after a busy day. And here's how the top 3 most relaxing acts stacked up. At number 3, Snow Patrol. At number 2, James Blunt. And according to the survey, at the top is a band whose music helps people, quote, get to sleep at night. And the band's leader takes that as a positive thing. Quote, if our music relaxes people, it's all for the best. The music of Coldplay. Music that this week is at the top of the chart. The new number 1 song in the USA is Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
American Top 20.
And that means we're up to the number 1 song in the USA. It's by a cool band whose leader says, "I'm the least cool person you'll ever meet." After 4 hit albums, 5 hit songs, and the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, you'd think Chris Martin would have no problem describing himself as cool. But he can't. Quote, "I've never been cool. I've never pretended to be cool. When everyone else was listening to Soundgarden and Metallica, I loved Aha. They're my favorite band of all time, which no one would call cool." And when it comes to his personal life, Chris is just as geeky. Quote, "I was an honor student. I put my pencils in a pocket protector. I dressed like a geek. I have bad hair. I'm the most uncool person I know. I can't figure out why cool people like our music." Well, Chris Martin may not be cool, but he's the leader of a hot band with a very hot song. The hottest song in the land. The number 1 song in the USA for a second week is Viva La Vida by Coldplay. Coldplay.
But that was when I ruled the world.
There it is, the number 1 song in the USA for a second week on American Top 20, Viva La Vida by Coldplay. And there you have them, the 20 hottest adult hits in the USA, based on USA Today airplay charts as compiled by Mediabase 24/7 and published every Tuesday in the Life section. American Top 20 is produced in Hollywood. If you have a question or a long-distance dedication, you can write to us at American Top 20, P.O. Box 1110, Hollywood, California, 90028. Or you can email us at casey1110@aol.com. American Top 20 is a production of the Premier Radio Networks. AT20 was created by Casey Kasem and Don Bastani. Produced by Lori Crimmy. Our staff includes Matt Wilson, Merrill Schindler, and Toby James Petty. Production and engineering by Michael Cooper and Ray Hernandez. I'm Casey Kasem. Join me next week when once again we'll count down the hottest hits in the USA. Till then, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. And leave your radio tuned right where it is.